John, because I thought I did. All of a sudden. But, like, I would say that, like, Taco Bell is quality wherever that is on the spectrum in terms of fast food. It stayed pretty consistent. Like, even, like, I think I had it, like, maybe a month ago. Everywhere else is kind of just, like, completely dropped. Like, I don't know what happened. Buffalo Wild Wings used to be a dynasty. Last time I had it, they screwed up everything. And the food sucked. And it was expensive. Bro, we talked about this on here before. A lot has changed because the way that I remember McDonald's tasted when I was a kid to now, people say like, oh, you grew up, your taste buds changed. It's not just that, dude. Like, it's 100% not the same. It's not what it used to be. It used to be a lot better. The thing of it is, Rojo Ranger, I think when it franchised, it was still good, but it's just how it goes with franchises. Once there's an abundance of stores and they kind of plateau, quality kind of just goes out the window. I don't know if that's the only reason, but man. You had McDonald's in Europe. See, when I went to Italy last year, um, to eat McDonald's there would be like just a waste. It's like, why would you do that when like the best food is there? They don't want to work, let alone even make a burger. But like, here's the thing about like B-dubs, like it was always microwave. Let's be honest with ourselves. Did it get harder to microwave over the years? I think it's just as the franchise just grew and just ballooned that like people just stopped caring about the quality of it. If you haven't tried Pizza Hut, dude, I haven't seen a Pizza Hut since like, I don't even know. I don't even know if they're in our area anymore. And coming from a family that like literally every other cousin has a pizza place, it would be like sacrilegious for me to eat at a Pizza Hut, to be honest. I go to Italian hell. That's worse than normal, yeah. Honestly, I'm pretty burnt out for this weekend, so I can't think of like a little like funny little ad lib to that joke. But yeah, but the spaghetti's fire. Like it's weak. I don't want to be disingenuous. I'm better than that. I'm just burnt out. But like, not only is Buffalo Wild Wings like horrible now, it's expensive. I I split it with my cousin Luca. Like they had like a special or whatever. Like, and we just had it delivered. Bro, it was like $50 a person for not a lot of food. You're better off like just doing it yourself. Solid first brick. Honestly, like if you're in the region that has Jewel Oscos, or is Jewel Osco only Illinois? Maybe not. But like like a not a Walmart, but like a step above a Walmart, and they have like a deli, and then they got wings there. Those are usually pretty good. $70. It's like five. Yeah, I mean, like if it's a higher end place, you could justify the price. I'm talking like lunchtime special $10, dude. That's that good Chinese food where they put so much MSG in it, like the rice is almost orange. Scorpion bowl. I don't even know what that is, dude. Do they use real scorpion? I hope not. Probably be crunchy. It's a mixed like. Do they give you like a fish bowl? One of those type drinks. I believe 38, unless it just didn't update on my end, is the next one with spots available. This will be the last stream of this release. So if you want to squeeze something into this package for this week, now's the time to do it. Otherwise, we'll recommence on Monday. There was a Potbelly nearby me, and I downloaded the app one day just to see. I don't know if their app was messing up or if they were legitimately just trying to get me to order more Potbellies, but they kept giving me like buy one get ones, and I was like, dude, if they keep giving me these, like this store is gonna close. But like eventually they stopped, but I think it was a ploy. I capitalized on it while they were giving them to me. Maybe I gotta like uninstall, reinstall. We'll see how I feel, Chaz. Last night I got off 8 and then just passed out. We done good this weekend. Tyler, you are water. But yeah, Taco Bell, at least they're consistent. If not anything, But like, I don't love it so much that I would have it every day, if that makes sense. But I'm like, I know for a fact there's people out there that do. Burger King. I think Nick's favorite burger of all time is the Angry Whopper. Whenever they have that. I guess like for fast food burgers. I think I'm gonna have to give mine to Five Guys, dude. Five Guys consistently good. People say it's expensive. Yeah, but you're getting what you pay for, dude. Order a large fry. They give you a second bag sometimes. 100%, dude. You order a large fry, an alarm goes off back there, and they're like, empty the fry bin. I've had In-N-Out before. I had it once, very long time ago, and then more recently, like 2019 TwitchCon. When I had it in 2019, like, it wasn't anything that was, like, groundbreaking for me. It's good, but, like, was it the best burger I ever had? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Is it still good? For sure. For sure. I got you. Listen, dude. Nostalgic about foods. I'm still... People say it exists, and I still haven't found it. The Flintstones ice cream that had the 3 flavors, and you like pushed it up, and you could buy it at the grocery store. And people say it still exists. I don't believe them because I haven't seen it. It's a push pop, but it's ice cream. You know what I mean? Because like push pop is a candy. I don't want to confused with that. Bro, they had 3 flavors. I think it was purple, red, and orange. That's all they needed. They didn't need any other flavors. They had it perfected. I think favorite popsicle from when I was a kid, though, was Lick-A-Color. Where it was like layers of different flavors on the same popsicle, and it would change colors. Durant's is grass. We haven't seen a Master Ball or regular Pokeball Umbreon yet either. I don't know if... I think those are potential hits. I'm low-key feeling a God Pack, like a full-on God Pack, though. It's coming. The Pokeball Slowking. Prismatic. There's no God Pack in Surging. Yeah, God Pack is only possible in Prismatic. Ooh. That Jolteon is very nice. Oh, yeah. I thought you were asking me if I was talking about Surging. Like you knew it already wasn't? My bad. Yeah, you're good. That Jolteon is very nice. Just making sure it's a regular Pokeball. I would say it's pretty difficult to get the evolutions just in the Pokeball rare. Or like that level of rarity. Yeah, a lot of people didn't, and that's why there's not a lot of Prismatic to go around, which a lot of people still haven't made that connection yet. But I try to remind them. The last one? The last one was a good one. I just wasn't in the mood for it. But I feel you. First thing first, I'm the realist. So what games you been playing lately, Senator? If any. Life is a game. Well, you know, like PC, console. Arena Breakout. You're the second person I've heard that from. I've given up on shooters because of the cheating issue that is just rampant in every game. But zombies as of late has held my attention. I think that's the Tarkov feeling type of game. I play DayZ, so it's like I understand that feeling of gameplay. It's a Tarkov clone. Like it's like identical almost. I've heard that the state of Tarkov has been pretty bad lately. It's got its own feel. We'll eventually circle back to DayZ again. Probably after I finish getting all the skins for the guns. Which is hilarious because it's like the point of the skins is to like, you know, have it on your gun because it looks cool, but then I'll probably stop playing by then. I.e., the whole point of getting them is kind of defeated. There you go. Rated in that game or rated in WoW? Because that's what we say. Okay, just making sure. They're called raids. As they are in WoW. In WoW, you wait once a week to not have whatever piece you need drop. And then just wash, rinse, and repeat for like 3 months until you get burnt out, pretty much. Release to Kata. We just got done with Classic Kata. That was like the last game we played. Or last thing. But they took too long to release content, and it was impossible to get 10 people consistently to raid, which is insane because in Classic Vanilla, I was in a guild where we had 40 every week consistently. But different times. Me and Kyle literally only needed a ring to drop, and it just never dropped. For like the 3 months to 6 months that we played, it just never dropped. Neither of us had it. Black Fang? Which raid was that? Black Fang. It sounds familiar. Is it TBC? Oh, okay. Is that the one where you had to go back and get the blue tiers for the upgrades? I think that's what it was. Because I remember helping Guildies grind for that. I had to like tank regular dungeons. No, never mind. That was the in-between set. Black Fang probably dropped in the raid. Gotcha, yeah. But during that time, there was like, I don't know what number it was for tier gear, but it was like 0.5. It was like catch-up gear almost, but it was an upgrade. But you needed the blue versions of those items from dungeons. So like people had to go back and like do all the dungeons if they didn't have them. I just need to update list. Looks like we got a bunch more full, which I am good with. I will open all of them. All I know is, dude, I was one of the main tanks on my warrior. Had everything for Thunder Fury, and bindings never... I never saw a single binding. Never dropped for me. And I positioned myself strategically for that as one of the tanks. I said, after I proved myself and was there for a while, I was like, all right, if we've been losing players left and right, I was like, you want me to stay? I'm getting the next Thunder Fury. And there was like kind of like a pause, and they're like, okay, we could do that. And I said, damn right. And then it never dropped, so it didn't matter. All right, 39 is good to go, along with 38. $40 is the next one with spots available. Let me randomize 38 and 39. All right, 38. Let me just print these out. You lost it all? No. You miss old vanilla? Bro, did you play, like, when classic vanilla first came out? Because that was so, like, it was an experience. I basically, like, it was during COVID, so, like, I would be live on here, then I would raid. And, like, there was nothing else to do. Well, I'm saying not, like, original release, because I was too young. But I'm saying, like, during, like, COVID and everything. Bro, I didn't even have a computer that could run WoW until, like, high school or college. My understanding from the people who I played with who played during the original release, computers weren't good enough to run certain boss fights, so it would just be like a blank screen or it would be like a flip book. Which is kind of nuts that people were struggling to clear bosses now when they were doing 20 FPS. Yeah. Computers probably actually caught on fire during those. %, dude. What's funny, my experience, so I played on like my parents' like stock Costco $100 desktop that probably didn't even have a graphics card in it. If my character went to like the area where like Uduar is in Wrath of the Lich King, it wouldn't let me log back in. I had to have a buddy move my character so I could actually log in again because the computer just wouldn't. It would just log me out. It couldn't handle it. So if I was on a flight path or anything, if I got anywhere near that raid, computer just was like, nah, you can't play the game anymore. That's it. We played like that. The main problem with these like more recent classic releases, like classic Wrath, we played a bunch of it, and then they just take like a full year to release the next raid, so then no one plays anymore. They just like they bring everything out so slow. You can only do so much of Nax, like literally. Blizzard across the board has just been going off the deep end. Hearthstone is horrible right now. And now, like Overwatch has been absolute garbage for a while now. It's just in the toilet. All these other games like Overwatch are coming out. It sucks because at one point, all of their games were good. And now it's just the opposite. It's just... Exactly. I just talked to Kyle today, and he was like, we're playing that. I was like, really? That's crazy. But, you know, if I ever get bored one day, for sure I'll play with them. I don't know. Like, I played Overwatch on release, and then the genre just didn't do it for me anymore. I played Smite. It's basically the same kind of. Not really. Smite's more of a MOBA. The one thing, like, they relaunched Classic Vanilla again. I would go back to just AoE farm on my mage because I thoroughly enjoyed doing that. Unless they fix that where you couldn't do it anymore, but I'm pretty sure you can still. They don't fix things. This song goes hard. Well, the warrior was my main character that I rated on. My mage at level 40 had generated more gold than my warrior had at level 60 and, like, had been raiding for a month. And once I realized this, I was like, this is disgusting. The mage just became my sugar mama for my warrior. When Kata came out, you had all classes 85. I played a good amount of Kata, but we were like stuck more to like PvP, to be honest. Like when it first came out. I would just run arenas on my blood DK. It was awesome. Back when it was busted. Top 50 arena on your rogue? Bro, you're probably playing against Wreckful and all of them. Rest in peace, Wreckful, dude. One of the greats. I still watch funny compilations of him. And Blizzard never unbanned him, which is kind of like disgusting, to be honest. I'm surprised he just didn't switch companies entirely for games. Because what, Kata came out when I was in high school, probably? So what is that, like 2010? Maybe even earlier? Yeah, Wreckful. I feel like you would definitely know who that is. He was one of the biggest streamers ever. He unfortunately passed away. I think he was Rogue before he got banned, and then he got really, really big. After that, he just played Hearthstone and other stuff. I'm pretty sure, you know how when you donate, you get alerts on screen? I'm pretty sure like he like invented that idea, which is pretty nuts. He was like a pioneer in streaming. That's a Snorlax, by the way. I love doing that on my playthroughs of like whenever I play Pokemon on my phone, be it Red or whatever. Usually Red or Gen 2. Just run both of the Snorlaxes. You catch both of the Snorlaxes from each of the routes that they're blocking. I have one that's just like rest, snore, just can't be killed, and the other one just has like every different type of move possible. Like Earthquake, Thunder Punch, or Thunderbolt. I don't know why, but like Snorlax could learn pretty much almost like every move. Or if it's Gen 2, you just teach it rollout and you just win. Damn, dude, I didn't catch it. That sucks. I think I already have one, though, so it's all good. Friends in Paldea. We pulled the full art of that. Scott, that is yours. Ah, Nick finally changed metal back to steel. All is right in the world. Ivy of 9? Yeah. You call that, you vendor it. You vendor that Pokemon. But yeah, Senator, so like what I would do, I'm like my mage, and what a lot of people would do, you could solo level by like mass pulling in Zul'Farrak. There was like a spot, like a ledge you could jump back and forth to, and you would just pull all of the graves by that one boss, and then just pull them all up there to you. And then you just do that for like XP or gold, because it dropped blues and you could get purples. I think I got like 2 or 3 purples my entire career of that, and that really gave me a good amount of gold. Then there was a pull in that one like mushroom fungus dungeon. There was a pull for solo mages. It took 15 minutes to do, but it gave you the most XP, and people would sell XP runs to other people. But like a pull taking 15 minutes is insane. Where if you just mess up once, you got to start all over again. You could get Edgemasters from it. There was a better farm for that until they patched it, though. The one quest in Blackrock, if you ran like a full party of mages with one healer, or I don't even know if you needed a healer, where you had to break them out. It was only on Horde side. You just kept resetting the quest and it would infinitely spawn mobs. I bought mine because I wasn't lucky. And then they gave me the Hunger and Cold, and then I didn't even need Edgemasters because of that. Because it had plus to swords. It had plus to like, I think it was just swords, but it could have been other stuff too. But I already equipped Edgemasters, so then I couldn't resell them, so I just held on to them. Never got the Thunder Fury, so it didn't matter. But yeah, Chris, on Horde side, there was a quest that would just keep infinitely spawning mobs. And I remember it was good for XP, but like people farmed it for purples. And then Diamond Flask, you had a healing set for your warrior. I've gotten like EXs or Vs. I forgot what they are in Prismatic, but not alts yet. They're coming. I've pulled, I think, like 5 or 6 different alts from Prismatic. Definitely not an easy feat, but I like that because everyone should like that because it means very good things for your card values in the future. But honestly, what that tells me after 40, almost 40 breaks is the time is ripe. The time is now. If there was a time we're due for it, it's now. Did you say it screwed up on Classic and the Season Discovery people were queuing up into fresh servers? No, I didn't see that. I haven't been following it, dude. My internet was non-functional for 10 days, so like that was where my focus was until this release. So that's pretty funny. Sounds about right. AQ ability books. Oh my god. So did they just refresh everything at that point or what? Dude, those were expensive for like upgrading like moves. I remember like my Warriors one were really expensive. The Mage one was absurd. For like upgraded Arcane Intellect or Fireball. That raid was a nightmare. Not AQ40. What was the other one? Was it just AQ20? The smaller raid where you got all the books from? The Colossuses in that place, you have to have a hunter pull, and like his pet died every pull, and somehow something always went wrong. As a tank, that was a nightmare. I think like I'm remembering like the one boss fight where in AQ20 where it was the worm that would like destroy your armor and you would just get one tapped. It was an easy fight, but like also stuff could go wrong so easily. Of Jameson? Pretty soon, I'm not going to be hearing from you, Senator, if you keep that going. As long as you're having a good time. Professional or not professional, everyone hits that point eventually. If you keep going. I believe it. But it always hits a certain point. That's all. You sure ain't stopping. I respect it. I can't be doing that while I'm opening all these cards for people. That's for sure. I wouldn't do that anyway. To be honest, I enjoy it more if I'm coherent. But I respect it. When it's time to throw down, it's time to throw down. Every night is a throwdown night for you. Hey. Iron Thorns. I'm just thinking of like all the little quests that I had to do, like attunement quests and stuff. Or getting the aqua quints for dousing in molten core. You like straight up, you couldn't do the final boss without those, right? You needed to have 4 in your raid, I think. So people had like farm rep to do it. The quints for molten core, in order to fight Ragnaros, you needed to have 4 people in the raid with 4 of those douses. I remember grinding the reputation for that. It gave you a permanent one once you were like exalted or revered or whatever. But grinding that rep was a long time. I just remember someone always saved a wand to turn the main tank into a wisp on pull, just to troll him. And it happened like every week. And nobody could figure out who it was. It wiped us like every time. All right, Prismatic, give us the God Pack that we've been waiting for now. Like I said, it wasn't a full-on God Pack, but still God Pack, was break 20. So if it happens at break 40, my mind's going to be blown. It just happens every 20 breaks, even though I randomize the packs. But like it shouldn't be consistently because I mix up the packs like after I open the ETBs and whatnot. Ooh. So like it shouldn't be consistent. If it is, like that's crazy. Just to spite me, it'll be like 41 instead of 40 on the nose. We did see a Jolteon earlier. Jolteon Pokeball. I want to see another gold Mewtwo, like we saw on release night from Pokemon Go. Professor's Research. They should do more game crossovers and do like Pokemon Coliseum, like older games for cards. The routes. Routes is Gen 3 throwback all day. I love going back and catching my own and then beating, what's his name, Willie? There's a theory about that, like that kid in the game, like he's like terminally ill or something. And you just beat him every time you see him. Alright, 4-0. Will another God Pack be in here? If it is, like it really shouldn't be that consistent because, again, I've mixed up these packs and the breaks aren't even like in a specific order. I'm just grabbing from a pile. See what ETB I was holding the brake inside of? Yeah, I still have empty ETBs just laying around. Alright, hang on, I just gotta update lists. All right, 40 is good to go. Let's get that randomized. Whoever just followed, thank you. Welcome. Perfect. Whoever just subbed, thank you. Hold on, I can't see who it is. Kanye, thank you for the sub, Kanye. If it's really you. Even if it's not, thank you. Thank you regardless. What's up, Notorious? You still have some of those sealed. It's a good thing to have. All right, break number 40. Like I said, if there's a God pack in here, all bets are off, because the amount of like randomness in terms of where the packs are from, what break it's in, it shouldn't be consistent at all. I do ship to Canada, however, you have to pay for international shipping. So you could choose to pay right away for the shipping, or you can build it up a little bit and then just tell us, and then we'll tell you what you owe for shipping. If you live in the US, shipping is free, but yeah, international shipping is... I wish I could give it to you for free, but I do like to break with the lights on. It's easier to see the cards. And obviously, with... Hold on, I gotta grab one thing real quick. All right. But yeah, to finish my train of thought, because it has to clear customs both on our side and your side, it does add some time. But as long as you're understanding of that. Do you mean bundles, Scrimsy? I appreciate that, Kanye. I've had people be impatient in the past and not really understanding, so I gotta say. Boxes? Whenever we have free ones laying around, but as of late, with scarcity being the way it is, I've pretty much given priority of the booster boxes for breaks. If that makes sense. But yeah. Whenever there's a little bit more of an abundance that we're looking to get rid of, we'll definitely post them. This set kind of brought Soldier PC and just got another one. Why would that affect your sub, though? It would still say you're subbed for 3 years, wouldn't it? Oh, you're saying consecutively. I mean, that's okay, dude. I appreciate you supporting me for that long. You'll still have like a 3-year badge, though. Oh, my nose. Prices of Primal Evolution. Well, I've been telling people the reason why, even though they don't like to listen. Because people skipped out on the majority of last year's sets, they projected to not make too much of Prismatic despite what's in it. And here we are today. Everything is scarce. So people have to eat. And if you don't have enough boxes until next release, you kind of have to account for it. But I've tried to keep prices relatively reasonable by mixing other sets with it, and I think it's still pretty doable. But that's why this set would never be opened on its own, like ever. That would, the set would be gone in one, like, I could open all of it, like, in one sitting. And honestly, when you mix it with other stuff, it's, people don't like to admit it, but it is more enjoyable. You get a little bit more variety. Because you never know when other stuff pops out. But I feel you, Senator. I sympathize that it's hard to get, but I don't sympathize the fact that we got here based on everyone's collective actions. You know what I mean? Be that as it may. I'll tell you what, though, Scrimsy, people are looking for him now. And they're not there. Well, if they don't, there's always here for breaks. That's all. I mean, the business end of things, sure. There's always, a little vault locked away. I would be dumb to not do that, but as a personal collector, which is separate from the business, definitely got some steel stuff on the side. That's, regardless of if it is a good investment, it's not the reason why I'm doing that personally. It's more so just for my personal collection, with no really intent of selling it anytime soon. Because all sets over time eventually hit a point where they increase in value, some more than others. Scarcity will do that. And then once a set has been gone for a while, then it really works on that price. Honestly, it's not a bad move. You probably bought it because it was more affordable. That's pretty lucky. Whoever stocked those shelves, whatever third-party company that's stocking those shelves, were not doing their homework, I guess. Very smart. Probably old inventory just getting rotated around different stores, and they didn't realize what it was. Ooh, that is the first EX on brand that I've pulled. Audrey. Very nice. Here. Ooh, that's a Master Ball Reggie Gigas that I've not pulled yet. Who's colorless? John, my boy. Master balls are pretty pricey. And it's a cool card, regardless of what it's worth. Okay, so I'm actually relieved that there wasn't a God Pack right on 40, because that would have been really weird that it was consistently inconsistent. Yeah. It would have been consistent where it shouldn't have been. But we did see an Umbreon. That's another Zard. Let's go. Not easy to pull that. Audrey. It is possible to get the gold Mewtwo with the Radiant Zard too, which I've done that once. I'd like to do that again. Mewtwo. Wiglet. Which I don't know what they were thinking when making this Pokemon, but we're going to move on. Very good. So you did find one, or you didn't? And you'd be smart to. We've been back and forth with them. I'm waiting to give an update until we get a solid date, because they were backed up and just not giving ours priority for whatever reason. But we've been speaking with them recently. I'll post it to Discord when we have solid information. You did find one? That's good though, John. So, hoping like really soon. Yeah, no problem. All right. Give a few more minutes for 41. Might be the last one of this weekend or release. But we'll recommence on Monday again. But like I said, I'll wait. See if we fill it up. Alright, a bunch more spots just got taken. Let me see. So does 41 have one left? Oh, and we're sold out through 45, just like that. Audrey said the rest of them are hers. That's where the last spot went. There it is. Good night. Good night, puppers. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I said break 45 will be the last one. Because I do have to get all this stuff to Nick so he could ship everything. But 42 through 45 will be one solid break for you, Audrey. I'm sure you're okay with that. That Chaz. I caught the Pidgey with an Ultra Ball. Probably a waste of an Ultra Ball, but who cares? 42 to 45 are all Audrey. So any breaks added to the website now will be for Monday. Nick is adding those to the website right now. Good job filling everything, guys. It's been a solid release. So if there's not a God Pack in this one, Audrey, I mean, you got the best shot until Monday. Monday's breaks, they're going to be the same configuration, but they're not release breaks, correct? I've pulled the Demigod pack, which is just the 3 alt rares. No, because we have to cut off the shipping because it's so we can get everything out. That pack just didn't want to leave my hand. Lana's Aid, Full Art Trainer. For that brake, I'm going to take out all the Prismatic and do them at the end. And I'm sure you're okay with that too, Audrey. Okay. Yeah, I figured as much. We'll put them all together and knock them all down. It was funny because I was like, is there one spot left in this brake? And then your second order popped up and I was like, there it is. Couldn't find it until now. All right, Prismatic. That's pretty good. Master Ball. And if there's a song to pull an actual guy to pack to, couldn't be a better tune right now. Waifu Professor Research. We discussed it yesterday. Professor Oak is the best waifu. 100% it's probably so. That's a Master Ball. 2 Master Balls already? Tyler? Yeah, breaks for Monday should be posted if they haven't been already. You can grab those spots now if you want. I honestly would, because with how these breaks have been filling up, if you don't want a long wait, get first in line right now. That Melmetal. That hyper just pops. The Alt Mewtwo. Haven't seen that in a little bit. Mr. Anderson. Very good. And a Miriam. Whoops. I wanted to see if my chat froze and I accidentally pressed that button. All right. 42, 43, 44, 45. Technically 4 boxes. Even though numerically 42 to 45 is 3. That's not how it works out on paper to how many boxes. Which is really weird when you think about it. We had a bunch of Master Balls that break. $42, $43, $44, $45, 4 boxes. Just double checking. So I'm just going to put number 45 on the screen. Because we're doing 4 at once. Audrey gets her own little feast. Well, that's how you get points. Alright, so we'll make a nice little pile of Prismatic, and we do them at the end. That's 2. Kind of a dilapidated pile, but because you can't really split it evenly when you take out Prismatic. All right. And here is truly the final stretch of this release, which has been a pleasure, honestly, guys. This release has been a blast. Setter can't hold it back. I'll tell you what, though. Getting it while you can is a smart move. Because it will not be here forever. Yes, last 4. No, he didn't mean it. I appreciate you being... He didn't mean to swear. It's just a reaction to this many cards. Yeah, she bought out the last 4. The Senator, it's only because we've had knuckleheads in the past, you know? He's just being protective, but you're not one of them. All is well. He just cares. Oh, you're good, dude, as long as you're having a good time. I mean... This is 4 of the breaks put together. And I've done, by the end of this, I'll have done 45. That's even more, you could say. All right. Let's dive into this. So all the prismatic will be at the end. We'll leave it for dessert. That's not to say that there can be some really good hits amongst the other sets. Don't ban you. We're not gonna ban you. You're good, dude. Don't worry. And thank you for the sub, also. If I didn't already say thank you, I appreciate that. And that's not my doing, that's Twitch. If you're subbed, I turned them off completely, I believe. When I read that, it looked like you were like, yeah, whatever, just keep streaming. But like, I know that's not what you meant. But like, I read it as that in my head. Gotta love it. There's stuff like that. Misinterpret stuff on purpose, like theoretically misinterpreting things. Well, that's on them. It's a thing. For me, I would say it's more just like out of the past like 48 hours, I think more than half of that time was spent opening packs and streaming. And eventually, like, your mind just gets a little funny. But yeah, I could see that being a thing. Just for me personally explaining it. The Radiant Venusaur, too. Clean. Sorry if I missed any comments, but I'm just like in lock-in mode because the end is within sight and then I have to drive this all up from there. And I'm excited to see if there's a god pack at the end, to be honest. Little proverbial carrot on a stick, putting all the prismatic at the end. That is true. These are all her packs. Contrary to popular belief, when you do buy spots, you do get cards. That's just how it goes. You know? If you buy pack, you get a card. That Ralph's popped up twice. We didn't see it once yesterday. We saw Corellia. your next endurance race? Like a marathon or a triathlon? On iRacing? I don't know what that is. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to pretend to know because I don't. Car racing sim? For 6 hours straight? Bro, I'm pretty degenerate when it comes to like games. I think 6 hours might be a little much of just racing. But like if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. I'm assuming against other people who are also racing? Or you just did a time trial, kind of? Okay, I was about to say, like, at that point, like, it becomes, like, kind of glorified Mario Kart. That's insane, dude. That's intense. I mean, I would say when you're doing anything for long stretches of time, definitely don't jump to the maximum amount of time. You work your way up. If you did 4 hours, do 6. Yeah, normal bodily functions as a human are, just, inconvenient at times. But, yeah. Bro, 4 hours with a VR headset on? Are you throwing up by the end of it? Right, but still, you have a headset on. Like, I played Oculus at my cousin's house. It's fun, but like 4 hours? I probably wouldn't. You know what I mean? I mean, I respect it. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. So you got like the full, accurate stick shift, gas pedals. Because like that's... Sitting there playing a game for 6 hours is one thing. Sitting there and actually driving for 6 hours is... I mean, I've done it, but... Eesh. That's intense. I mean, do you do like any racing outside of the game? Because I feel like at a certain point, you just become proficient enough where you could actually do it. Not currently? That'd be something to look into. Because those sims are like, depending on, what gear you're rocking, I'd imagine they can get pretty accurate. Well, dude, if you enjoy it so much that you'll sit in a sim for 4 hours, you should probably get out there. There's definitely places that do that, no? At least give it a try. I mean, have you before at all? New Hampshire? I feel like there's racetracks everywhere, isn't there? It doesn't have to be like an indie track, but like I'm sure there's like tracks where people could go like take whatever car they have. NASCAR track. I know they have like their driving school and whatnot. My suggestion to you would be if you've been in a racing sim for that long, you should definitely try the real thing. You'd be pretty comfortable and maybe enjoy it. You want like an actual track? Fair. I'm saying just to like feel it for once. No, but like, don't they have stuff? I'm sure there's stuff out there where like you could go take a race car out and drive it around, if as long as you're like certified to do so or take whatever class. There's probably some way to do it. Things like that for supercars. Well, what are you driving? Are you driving Indy cars or are you driving like Formula One cars? You don't want to spend $500 for a day. Fair. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to do what makes you happy. But if you're sitting behind a sim for that long, I'd say try the real thing at least once. GT3. Is a GT3 just like a street car though? Basically, okay. Have you played any Plunderstorm? I played Plunderstorm until I unlocked the parrot, and then I stopped. But it was fun. I thought it was over, or at least maybe earning the parrot is over. I don't know. It's back with new mounts? Oh, God. I don't know if I could do another grind of that. It was fun while I played it, but, like, it was a... I guess it wasn't that long because I've won a couple. People hated playing it because they were bad at it. A lot of people out there just don't like PvP, I guess. Get the plunder as a currency. I might dabble, we'll see. When did it come back? And that's pretty sick that, sorry, that I didn't mean to like cut off the conversation at all. I could have multiple conversations at once. A Porsche GT3. That's pretty cool. Did they add anything to Plunderstorm? Like, did they make another map, or it's just the same thing? I mean, it's Blizzard we're talking about. It's probably the same thing, maybe less. Still a Wrathy. My go-to every time was to drop on the Horde base and drop on one of the towers because there was a boss up there. So you get an ability right away in like level 1 or level 2. GR86. And then if anyone was in my area, I was already a level up on them and I'd just run them down. Genesis Coupe. Nice. It's just so interesting to me that, like, I know it's a different experience altogether, but 4 to 6 hours on a racing sim, I mean, if you can endure that, like, that's pretty good, like, for real racing. And I'd imagine, like, that would be, like, a crazy experience, too. So like technically, like, could they give you like some sort of like racing license based on the amount of hours you put in on a sim? Or like you could, I'm sure there's different levels. I mean, I feel like didn't they just make a movie on that? The dude who was racing on a simulator raced the real thing and then won. Yeah, there you go. The movie I never watched because as soon as I hear like older people talking about it in my family, I'm just like, yep, probably not a great movie, but it probably was good. But you know what I mean? Like, whenever like I hear like an older generation talking about something, I'm just like, I guess not. How old do you think I am? I don't get offended because I really don't care. Just curious. Good guess. 31. 30. 31 this year? I don't even know anymore. In that, you know, after 30. 38, almost 39. Beautiful. Young gun. But yeah, I mean, it's more so up to you if you wanted to do that. Like, in my head, that would be like the natural progression. But, you know, if you enjoy the sim, that's intense, dude. Committing 4 to 6 hours for a virtual race, like, that's... I'm degenerate when it comes to games. I'll grind. But I don't know if I could sit 6 hours in a race. I couldn't do that. I wouldn't want to. Is there like, I guess like, would it be considered MLG? Or does it have its own ranking system? Or league? I'd imagine, right? What's even funnier to me is that there's definitely people out there that have figured out how to cheat in that game, where it just drives perfectly for them. And just because it's in everything, and if there's rank tied to it, it's 100% going to be in it. Way less common, but still there. Like, it still exists, I should say. But, like, has there ever been stories of that? Or people getting banned? There's like, virtual, like, bike racing, too. Like, bicycle racing. That's, like, ranked and everything. And you have to have, like, an accurate pedaler. I think someone got caught cheating in that. Very interesting. The planet we live on. The complexities of it would be dumb to get past. Bro, there are people out there that will buy, like streamers and stuff, that will buy an entirely different computer that connects back to the main computer to simulate a mouse, but the second computer has all the cheats on it. I watch videos on all those because I was curious to why nothing is being done. Didn't find that answer, but I found all the ways people dodge getting banned. I don't get it. Like, if you suck at the game, just don't play it. People who cheat, like, must have, like, sucked at sports or just didn't play them. Because, like, I feel like it's a good thing to, like, play sports growing up. To understand you're not going to be as good as your opponent sometimes. And people that skip that definitely are the ones that download cheats in games. Because there's no joy in it. Like, I really don't get it. Well, that's the reason why I play ranked competitive games. Because in my eyes, the key word in that is competitive. Like, I want to see how I match up. So what is that based on? Just like track times or lap times, I guess? Is there events with cash prizes too? I'd imagine, right? There's got to be some sort of sponsorship in that. Yes? I'm gonna have to like look that up just to see like, I'd like to see like a championship series of that. Not gonna watch the full 6 hours, but I'll catch some highlights. $24 hours, yeah, nah. If you love it that much, then by all means, but like I couldn't do it. But oh, like kind of like a racing team. Gotcha. Bro, do they got virtual pit crew too? Because that would be next level. If they don't, they should. They're being lazy then. If they went through all the trouble of getting everything else, I get it. But like just playing devil's advocate. Because that plays into track times. If your pit crew is not on point, it's going to affect your times as a racer. Spotters, that's hilarious, honestly. Like hilarious because you would never think. I never knew until you just told me, like how intricate it actually is. Like I knew it was out there, but I didn't know like how intensive it was. Like actually 4 hours? That's nuts. Race engineer, right. And here's me saying 6 hours racing a car is intense, but I've opened packs for 48 hours. But different things. No, yeah. I saw Formula One in person with my dad when they were at the Indy 500 track. You saw like Michael Schumacher and everybody. You're jealous? I don't recommend it. Opening packs for 48 hours straight is probably like it's a profound experience by the time you get to like hour 40. Schumacher was your GOAT. That's like the only name that like I knew because he drove Ferrari. I saw him live, yeah. And before the Formula One race, they had like a Lamborghini race, which was pretty cool. He's a quad now? What is that? Like he's disabled? Okay, that's what you meant. Skiing? I would have thought it would have been like back issues from driving. Are back issues a common thing? Because other than going with my dad, like I didn't really take a personal interest. Ooh, that sucks. He's got to be up there in age too, right? Because I feel like he was older when I went to go see him. 50s? I guess not that old. That's a ditto. And I was correct on that, right? He drove for Ferrari. If that ever popped up on a game show. Very specific question. Came back with Mercedes. That drowsy. So this is your passion, is like racing. I dig that. Very, very obviously because of, the way you're talking about it. I like that. I'll tell you, dude, like you're the first person I've seen in a while specifically passionate about that, but not everyone who likes Pokemon is going to be in these circles. But it's very interesting to hear about. I get it. Same. Hence why I'm here. Wouldn't be here if I didn't love it. They were in my binder as well, my friend. I was allowed one pack every once in a while if we went to a store that had them. I had Dark Charizard from Team Rocket. Not a hollow base set one until more recently when I bought it myself. couple packs every weekend you went over. Oh yeah, I'm stopping on this one, dude. This was their only hit as a band, which is honestly hilarious. Which was a cover of Michael Jackson's song. I mean, they played it well, dude. I have yet to hear a version that's better than this. Other than the original, obviously. I don't even know who that is. Probably past my time. All right, Audrey, we're getting to this prismatic pile right now. We're almost there. Oh, yep. I Get Knocked Down. That was their only song. Recognize the band name. More memorable than the song name. I didn't even know that was... I thought the title of the song was I Get Knocked Down. So bonus points for you for knowing the actual song title. Is that what it's about? I thought it was about like a more like redemption. Like, it's not going to keep you down. It's not even inspirational. It's just about getting drunk. That's hilarious. I didn't know that. Thank you very, very much. Learning a lot. I mean, that's solid trivia, dude. Speaking of game shows, that just reminded me of the documentary I watched that the one dude who tried to get on the Price is Right and literally memorized all the prices from all the shows. Correct, because it was the last 4 breaks all taken by the same person, and I have to get this release stuff shipped, so we'll recommence Monday. But definitely grab those spots before Monday because they tend to get taken all at once. It's been a long weekend, but I've enjoyed it. Went by pretty quick. Let's see a full-on God pack for Audrey. Toulouse. You could do exclamation point song too. No, NPC, you could always watch the replay on YouTube. You're still going to get your... Like, I'm not going to keep your stuff because you weren't here. Yeah, it is a remix. Yeah, if you're not here to see it, you could always watch the replay, NPC. Those are all saved to YouTube. Yep, with the masks. Honestly, like that was like a sick music video concept. With the Guy Fawkes mask. Yeah, no problem. It's more fun if you're here, but I get it if you're busy, you know. Mela. A lot of new... There's not a lot of new EDM like bangers coming out because I always try to find them. And I know where to look. It's just they've been kind of like cookie cutter and just crap. Not to like this caliber of song. Yeah. The genre hasn't been doing too hot. Which sucks because definitely one of my top genres. I love it. But the beat's got to be good. Of the Trees. I've probably listened to them, but I will. Terrapagos. The Tortoise. Or Turtle. Could be either or, honestly. But I think the translation would be tortoise. Not like Pokemon has a direct translation, but closest word to it. Ursaluna and a Pikachu. I think that's the first Pikachu I've seen. This entire release. I had to dig through empty packs to press the button on my Stream Deck to catch the Pokemon. Sparkling Crystal. Alright, still plenty of time for God Pack. Have I been doing the card? No, it's one to the front. Ogre Mask. My brain just shut off for a second there, sorry. Your first one in that game. Yeah, they could be tough to catch. The Suicune. Very clean. The Dun-Dun. Well, they're variations too. Like you could have a regular Pokeball in the background, or you could have a Master Ball. Like this one's a regular Pokeball. Last pack magic. Last chance. Otherwise, I guess we're pulling the God Pack Monday if it's not this one. No dice. Still a solid 4 breaks that you put together here, Audrey. A lot of heat. They're making us work for the crazy God Pack, and I'm perfectly happy to do so. Thank you guys for an amazing release. I'm going to pack this stuff up. We'll go over the hits. Then I got to get on the road. Definitely made me put the work into this release, and I'm good with it. I like it. This set is awesome. Nice. That's enjoyable. There's a fat stack of hits too with 4 breaks, so it looks like a feast. But yeah, guys, again, thank you for an amazing release weekend. It was 10 days of stress leading up to this because the internet needed to be fixed and it wasn't getting fixed, but we made it. I'm just happy to be able to open this set for all you guys, with all you guys. I may go on the gaming channel tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. See how I'm feeling. And Monday, we're just going to be back at it. And see you Monday as well. A lot of heat that brick. I mean, we pulled one of the other ones. Over time, that's a perfect card to grade, and you just hold on to it. Again, guys, thank you for an amazing release weekend. Wouldn't be possible without all of you. Audrey, shout out to you for closing it out strong. This weekend was nuts, and I can't wait for next week because it's going to be even crazier. Have a good rest of your weekend if I don't see you Sunday.